Hello guys, my name is Kumar Roy. Today in this video we talk about the country risks and the factor on which the country risks depend. Let's understand the very simple country risks with a very simple definition. The country risk is a risk which is basically associated with your investment if you want to invest in a particular country. Basically, it is a risk associated with your return on investment. Let's describe the various factors on which the country risk depends. There are basically four main factors on which the country risk depends. Country risk basically is a number. It's a in a numerical form which defines the risk associated with your investment. So it is not a qualitative factor; it's a quantitative factor. So let's understand on which factor the country risk depends. There are basically four main factors. First is the economical factor, political factor, financial factor, and socio factor. Let's talk about the economical factor first. The term economical itself refers the economical growth in a particular country. It's really in a term of GDP growth rate, in a term of sector on which you want to invest in a particular country. Why am I specifying the sector? Because sometimes the government issue a bond or treasury related to a specific sector, like infrastructure financing project. The government issue a short-term treasury bill to raising up money from the market and to invest in a infrastructure related project. So you want to see that whether the infrastructure related things are going smoothly in that country on which you want to invest or not. So basically you need to understand the first the overall growth of the country as well as in which particular sector you want to invest your money. Let's talk about second important factor, political factor. Political factor basically refers the stability of the government in a particular country, like whether the country is follow the capitalism, socialism, or democratic. Whether if the country is on the democratic side, then there is a chance that the government is must very stable in particular country. Like for example, India and USA, the government stability in these two countries are at a very high level. Third factor is the socio factor. Socio factor basically refers the level of population living in a particular country. Why level of population is important at the time of analysis of country risks is that basically it's defined the age group which is residing in a particular country, whether they are willing to contribute toward the economic growth or not. If the suppose that if the people residing in the country is not willing to contribute toward the growth of the economy, then definitely if you will go to invest your money, the chances of getting a return is very less. Fourth factor itself is the financial factor. Now, what is the financial factor refers? Because there is a two contradicting word: the economical factor and the financial factor. The economical factor simply understand simply kept one thing in mind. The economical factor refers the growth, GDP growth, sector growth. Financing factor refers the how the financial institutions are working in that country, like the banking channel, the way are in which the banking channel operates, whether the way of the operating is effective or not. Like suppose if it is an understanding with a very simple example like NPA. If you want to invest in a particular country, whether the NPA of that country is very high, that means the chances of default in itself is very high. So you don't want to invest in that type of country. So basically the you need to also know the structure of the financial institution are working. So these are the four main factors depends which depends and defining criteria of the country risk. Let's elaborate this thing in a simple manner. What we understand through this video: what is the country risk, on which factor the country risks depend. Country risk is a risk which is basically associated with your investment if you will go to invest your money in a particular country. There are four factors on which the country risks depend: financial factor, economical factor, socio factor, and economical factor.